Hi everyone, it's Anna from the Heartbeat Hive, and I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to be talking about friction. Friction! What is it? How can we eliminate friction in our lives and in business? That's what I'll be talking about. If you haven't looked at my other videos, go ahead and check them out. My goal as a flow coach who works with creative people and entrepreneurs is to make sure that you are in flow as much as possible. Therefore, I introduce a lot of topics about organization, about caring for your body and mind and creative spirit. All right, so friction, what is it? Friction is anything making it harder for you to achieve something. Anything that is making it harder for you to achieve something, whether it's a task, a goal, an interaction, a transaction, for all you hustlers and sellers out there. All right, so here's an example, and then I'm going to give you some of the places, some of the ways that friction shows up. But first, an example. An example of physical friction would be for a runner who wants to run every day, but they can never find their shoes. The friction is there because they're wasting time looking for the shoes. So, a habit that could improve and eliminate friction is to put their shoes near the door every time they're done using them, so that every time they want to go running, the shoes are in the same place and the friction is gone for them to begin running. Okay? All right, so what are some ways that friction shows up? Well, we have mental, emotional, physical, environmental, which is the example I just gave, and then systemic. All right, so let's go over mental for right now. An example of mental friction would be an old belief. So let's say your old belief is, no one wants to buy from me at my Shopify store or wherever you're selling things, or if you're a coach and you're trying to sell services. That's a very old belief. That is a mental aspect. That is a mental example of friction. Why? Because that belief is in the way of you achieving the sale. Okay? So there's an example of mental. Let's go to emotional. Emotional might be related to self-concept. So with that same belief, it could be, I don't feel like a good salesperson, right? Or I'm not in the mood to sell today, right? So that is a focus on the friction instead of the result that you want, which is to make a sale, or in this example, sell something. All right, so what do you need to do to move past that friction? Make the decision to let go of that emotion for the present and move toward the solution, okay? That would be eliminating that friction for the time being. I'm not saying it won't creep back up, but over time, the more that you're able to eliminate friction, the more that you're able to see, oh, solutions, yeah, and associate the ease of looking for solutions versus staying in the framework of referencing friction every time. All right, physical. Physical friction might be, didn't get enough sleep, my brain is actually not working very well chemically because it just didn't get enough rest, didn't get enough air, whatever it is, right, overnight. So that would be an example of physical friction. Environmental friction I went over. This might also be something like you want to work at a desk, but your desk is constantly dirty, cluttered, messy, you can't find things. That would be environmental, and that has a very simple solution for environmental friction. It would be to spend up to 1 to 2 minutes cleaning your desk before the end of the workday so that you're ready to work the next day, right? So there wouldn't be anything in between you and working in the physical environment in this case. With that habit change, your productivity and ease of associating with work would be improved. All right, so systemic. Systemic might be bottlenecks in a process or a system. So let's say you were trying to sell something, and for whatever reason, whenever people tried to press the pay button, the pay button didn't work, that is an example of systemic friction, because the person wants to buy, but the technology isn't functioning. Therefore, it's a element of friction in between you and the person who wants to buy and the money getting to you and them getting what they bought. Okay? All right, so in the process of habit formation, this is usually the model, but I have a modified version. So it would be routine and then reward, right? So something cues you to form the habit. Oh, I need to do this. I want to do this. You develop a routine, and then you associate and achieve a reward. I want to add to this and use my own framework. So I start with the pain point. What's causing me pain? Because I want to eliminate that first. Then I'm going to look for a solution or a process or a routine or some sort of effort that I have control over in order to reach the reward or result. So this is how I frame and eliminate friction, by using this model. And in the process of writing these things out, I'm able to identify the friction, right? And create solutions or habits and processes or systems that will help me associate work with ease. So here's what I have. I have pain points. You want to make those clear. The solutions need to be clear. You need to test and assess those solutions of eliminating friction. And then you'll get the result or the reward, and things will become easier with less friction in your life. All right, that's it for today. I will see you next time.